because of that. And we ended up, to, I think, everyone's surprise, with a vintage that was quite nice and yields that were not really affected.
If you were going to grow anywhere, obviously Willamette, we love it. When you're going through a year, but from growth to harvest, etc., from a soil point of view, what are the first traits or elements of the year that make you you start to get excited saying it's going to be a good year, or this is going to be a challenging year? What are some of those tip-offs that you notice that tell you what kind of year it's going to be?
I think, like last spring, we had a couple of fairly severe frosts after bud break, and it was an interesting year in the end because of that. And we ended up, to, I think, everyone's surprise, with a vintage that was quite nice and yields that were not really affected by the frost. I mean, the vines bounced back with their secondary and tertiary buds, set fruit, set a really good crop, and we got a nice batch of wine out of it. I mean, that is sort of a mystery to me, like how that could happen, where everybody's expecting we're really low yields or no yields, and stressed vines, and a late harvest, which can become difficult in the Willamette Valley. If we get into harvest in the rainy season, you're sometimes your hand is forced, and the grapes, when they start to get ripe, the skin soften and they become more susceptible to botrytis and other kinds of bad things that you don't want. But 22 was nice, and we weren't really forced right up into the end. We had I think it was around October 20 or 25, we had the first big rainstorm come in. So we had, I don't know, 20% of our fruit still hanging around that time. And we brought most of that in before that big rain.
You can find Iris Vineyards on the website. We can find you on social media. Do you want to tell us the website and where you are on Instagram, TikTok, any of those social avenues?
Sure. Our website is irisvineyards.com, and our handle on, I think, pretty much every social media site is at Iris Vineyards.